Hi Tom, how are you? Good, thank you. Hi Catherine.
Hello,
How are you?
Not bad, this is Torrin.
Hi Torrin.
Hey.
How are you?
He's doing alright, 3 weeks old.
Oh, how did things go?
Yeah, not bad. He got off to a bit of a slow start
Sweetheart.
with feeding initially. He got it for the first 12 hours.
Yeah.
And then he just seemed to be falling asleep on the boob instead
Very
of
sleepy.
Yeah.
So Catherine, are you happy for me to just run through the 5 breastfeeding positions?
Yeah,
Is that okay?
yeah, that's fine.
So we're going to start with cross cradle because that's one I know you've been trying to use and maybe caused you a few little issues in the beginning. So we'll get to grips with that. So baby needs to be lovely and close, touching your body. Yeah. Okay. Head needs to be free to tilt back. So just being aware that we're not restricting the head movement or bringing fingers up. Baby needs to be in alignment. So head, neck and spine straight in a line. And the last one, which is going to be key, is nose to nipple. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the baby in those positions and we're going to wait for the baby to start rooting. Okay. And then baby will tilt their head. Open their mouth lovely and wide, and then you can just bring the baby closer into your breast. Okay. Oh, I know. So you can just express a bit if he's a bit fractious, and he needs a little bit of reassurance as well. Good boy. Well done. He's getting there. So you can hear that lovely suck swallow pattern. Just be aware, you know your leg there. I know it's heavy and that's why maybe lying back would be more helpful. Yeah. But even that can sometimes restrict. So what you could do is bring this arm now around. Yep. And then take that one away. So once he's attached and he's latched, how does that feel?
Yeah, that's better. Then it's sort of supporting it, but it's not stopping it.
Yeah. You know, we talked about the brown part of your breast tissue. Yeah. He's got more of that above his top lip, so that's really important.
Okay.
And he's not noisy, he's not clicking, sloshing or slurping.
No, and it's perfectly comfortable.
He's breathing, he's got his chin indented. So these are the signs that you'd be looking for to suggest he's feeding well.
Okay.
And there's no pain or discomfort for you?
No, it's very comfortable.
So if we move on to rugby ball, the rugby ball position. So for this position, we're going to bring Torrin around your body. Yep. So this is helpful in those early days, perhaps after you've had a cesarean section where you've got a lot of pressure on your tummy, which is uncomfortable. So again, we're nose to nipple and we're waiting for that lovely wide open mouth. Well done, you're really trying hard, excellent. Well done. And then if you feel you need that support, you can bring the cushions in then to support your arm. And I can hear that lovely suckle swallow pattern. So if we look at the laid back way of positioning your baby ready to feed. Yeah. Okay, so you are more inclined back. Lovely. So same principles again. You need to make sure he's nose to nipple. He's actually attaching himself. He's doing it all himself. Good boy. Well done. So he's managed to self-attach himself. He may adjust now because at the moment he's snuffled into your breast. Yeah. So he might pull off and readjust himself. If he wasn't happy, he'd be pushing off. He'd be wriggling around, pushing off.
It's quite comfortable. It takes the weight off your shoulders as well.
Yeah. So if we look at the jockey style, many mums call this jockey style. So your baby is more upright, sitting in front of you, facing you upright. Yeah. Okay. This is great for if your baby's got reflux or quite windy. Yeah. Okay. So you might need to just roll your shoulders back. And if he's a bit too long, so if he's too long, we can adjust it and we can move him almost onto the other leg, because some babies are very long and with your own breast anatomy, that wouldn't work almost. So you're almost sitting him on your thigh. So can you feel the weight now is taken by your thigh? Lovely. And I find this really helpful if babies have been struggling to attach and tilt their head back, because they will naturally want to look up at you. So as you talk to your baby, they'll naturally want to look up and it'll encourage them to tilt that head back. Good boy. And does it feel comfortable?
Yeah, and his weight is going more sort of onto my leg now, which is instead of having to hold it.
Okay, Catherine, should we try feeding Torrin lying down in that lying down position?
Yeah,
super.
Sure.
So if you make yourself comfortable lying on your side. Okay. Super. So So Torrin needs to be lovely and close to you, so you can bring him right into you. Oops, lovely and close into your body. That's excellent. Now he's in this position in bed where he's fully supported by the bed. He's got that lovely freedom of head movement, so there's no hands or anything in the way to prevent that. Now the last thing we want to just check is whether he's nose to nipple. So if we can just adjust him so that he's in a position where he's nose to nipple. Sometimes it is bringing him down your body a little bit more.
Yep.
There we go. And then again what you'll find him doing is rooting, head tilt, wide open mouth.
Yep.
And that's when you can bring just some pressure into his back, gently onto the breast. So what we would suggest then is during the night, with all the different feeds that you're going to have, is when he's due to feed off the other breast, okay, what would happen is you just bring him out a little, okay.
Can he feed on this side?
Yeah, so what you would do then is you would just turn your body in a direction, so your bottom would move out that way and you would lean over him, and that's it, lovely. Lean over him a little bit more. And so you're still getting that nose to nipple position. He's still lovely and close to you. Yep. But he's got access to the other breast as well.
Oh, okay, so I don't need to move on to the other side.
No, so you're safe then without having to feel you've got to put baby in between you and dad to feed and then fall asleep with the risks associated with that. You can stay on your side of the bed and feed him from both breasts on the same side.
And not have to move him as well.
Yeah.
That would be useful.
So thinking about all the positions we've gone through today, because we've gone through quite a few, which do you think would you benefit most from?
This is going to be really comfortable at night, because at the moment I feel very I get pretty tired. Just it's tiring anyway being up, but having to sort of sit more with the shoulders slumped, sitting on your bottom for hours gets pretty uncomfortable. So this is going to be really good for night feeds.
Excellent. Fantastic. So you've got so many options now.
Yeah, it is.
And if you have days where perhaps feeding isn't going as well, you can try different other things.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Fantastic.
All right, Matt.